The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
The ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st down, they'll start with McFarland. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Eric Kendricks.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and... Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 3rd down, Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6.
Jackson.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop him.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. He's got a man. Complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 40.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
End of the first quarter with the score Vikings 14, Steelers 7.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson, and Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to number 19.
Adam Thielen. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings!
Jackson's pass.
Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play action. Now Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, defense. 65 carry. 65 carry. Check. Defense wins championships.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
54. Exit. Right there. 54, right? I'm here all day. 54 is mine.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's a gain
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
at the 6-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check.
2nd and 5. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Third down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me out here. Ready, break. 50 back and 60. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Returnable here for Davis. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
7-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run on first down. Cook. A gain of 3, second down.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Third down.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Walters. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
First down, Vikings.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson. finds Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Vikings first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
53 to Mike. Let's go, let's go.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
48-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Vikings 38. Steelers 31. Chris Boswell to kick off for
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Cook, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Jackson now off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Johnson on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Anthony McFarland with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
38 all. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's got Walters. Big catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And finally taken down at the 34. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
A gain of 18.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Play leads to 2nd and goal. At the
line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Justin Lane on the tackle.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
54, right there, 54 miles.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Johnson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check pass, check pass.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
53 to Mike, 53, check 53. You can't block me.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 48-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Big stop, let's go. Mike, 54.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10.
A very solid gain of 27. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell.
9-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
41.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this one was already decided. The late point.